Welcome. These are messages for the month ahead, December. Happy holidays. Okay, let's see what is coming forward. What do we need to know or see for the month of December, which is kind of always a very intense emotional month for many people, whether you recognize it or not. So I'm going to pull from a couple different decks here. Ooh, truth and integrity. The resistance to being honest with yourself is already popping up here. Let's see what comes out of this deck. Okay. Truth and integrity, which is in reverse. So the need to start being honest with yourself. You are being pulled in way too many directions. You are saying yes when you should be saying no. You are taking on too much. You're doing too much. You're exhausted. You're run down. You're drained. Everybody's pulling at you. Everybody's yanking at you. You are putting pressures on yourself, expectations on yourself, expectations on others. It is so out of balance. It is so exhausting. Learn to prioritize. Learn to manage your stress, your fear, your worry, your control, your anxiety. Learn to manage your emotions. If you, and I know that the holiday seasons can add a lot of that onto people's energy and into people's lives, but you're still choosing that. You're still choosing a way of life or ways in which you are doing things that are allowing this. You're tolerating it, you're putting up with it because you are choosing certain mannerisms or actions or behaviors. Maybe it's time to go within and start reorganizing or prioritizing how you operate during special seasons. But if this is you on, during the holiday season, it is likely you during all of the other days of the year as well. Okay, it's a very unbalanced energy of always giving, being yanked, pulled in many directions, running yourself thin, being exhausted, overcommitting, overdoing, overbeing, overgiving. It is time to balance out this energy. It is time to start respecting yourself, honoring yourself. You're very attached to the past and maybe old ways of doing things or old traditions, old beliefs. Just because you've always done it a certain way doesn't mean that you still need to do it that way. It's time to reevaluate your belief system and maybe, kind of what you do and give and be in the world and in your relationships. You are hanging on to a lot of this control from the past. It's controlling you and it's robbing you of your serenity and your peace right now. And definitely the balance card was in reverse. There's very unbalanced energy happening right now, and we create from every second of every day. So if you are running in this strung out energy of chaos and lack and desperation and panic and stress, fear, worry, anxiety, overthinking, that's what you're creating. You're creating your future from that space of unbalanced energy. There's a lot of control happening and a lot of you not trusting in yourself. And quite often when we don't trust in ourselves, we get trapped in the illusion of thinking that we need to prove ourselves to other people. And how are you operating in the energy of trying to prove yourself? What are you doing, saying, being, giving? It's an overextension of energy that is happening. There is an imbalance of giving and receiving due to this lack of trust, which is also control energy. So the need to look at both of those factors. Where are you trying to control everything? Are you trying to control how things are going to go, how things are going to be, how people are going to see you, how people are going to judge you or not judge you, or what they're going to think about you? It's none of your business what people are going to think, or actually it's literally none of your business how the future is going to play out either. What is your business is right now in this moment, and the energy and the motives and the intention and the space in which you are operating in right now. That is what your business is. Because if you are operating in, like I said earlier, the chaotic energy, you are creating that. Why is that okay for you to live your life in that manner? Why is that okay with you? It's time to pull yourself out of drama, conflict, force, guilt, obligation. It's time to look at all of those things. They are exhausting you. These are round and round and round and round and round patterns that have exhausted you over and over and over constantly. But you're choosing to be in them. You're not choosing to make changes. You're not choosing anything different. You're just constantly choosing to be caught up in these, to be stressed, anxious, run down, physically beaten down. You are choosing those. Why is that? The amount or the level of respect that you have for yourself. It is time to look at this during this month of December. It is time to finally start choosing inner peace. And if that's going to hurt other people, or other people aren't going to get their immense amounts of presents or the lavish massive 50 plate meal that you usually cook, or the extension of your energy over and over and over again that exhausts you, that's not inner peace. So you're basically dumping all of your lack of peace onto other people and onto the situations. If you have to change some things to get into some energy of inner peace, even if it's just a tiny little change, you know, even if it's just a tiny little aspect, a tiny little shift that can step you into inner peace, because you want to do it in baby steps. For some of you that are in these exhausting patterns over and over, start small. Start with one tiny thing that is exhausting you or creating this stress, fear, worry energy. It's time to recognize what the energy of gratitude and love is actually all about. A lot of people really need to take a deep look at this around the holiday seasons. People get easily caught up in force, stress, fear, anxiety, going broke, running themselves into the ground. That is not a gratitude energy. That is not a love energy. Be mindful of what the true meaning of love and gratitude actually means, because so many people are so outside of themselves due to beliefs or traditions or what society, the pressures that are put on people or that we're putting on ourselves. That is not a loving energy. Exhaustion, fear, worry, stress, being run down, being broke, it's not a loving energy. It's time to reevaluate before you move forward into this month, or even if you're seeing this message into the month of December. It's never too late to start reevaluating.